because I thought I had it marked. It's different if you're a salon owner and you're not an operator. If you have the ability to have that happen, that's wonderful. But my mom to me was a super creative person, and people loved her. So she worked 50 hours behind a chair, and then she was so creative, she had to have her own place to work. So my dad bought this building, and before you know it, 6 of her friends wanted to work for her, and she never got in this to own a business, you know? And even when she realized she was owning a business, she did not have the time between those 50 hours, now I own a business, now I have 2 kids at home, now I have a husband. How do I know this stuff? How do I read? I've got like 35 subscriptions come to my house every month, you know? How do you have the time to do that? And that's something you need to look to your distributors, to your manufacturers to say, we're partners in this. And it's important that you have this kind of information. So whoever you need to turn to get it, our competition is anyone taking that discretionary dollar. And when I see something like a Walgreens taking our beauty business, my heart just sinks as I touch my gut. So they used to be in the same spot. Where did this go? I finally marked it. Anyway, the whole point being there's a whole thing in here about the makers of Christian Dior. Christian Dior is like a huge, it's a global company. If you were to ask people in China and over in Europe, what are your top 5 luxury brands, Dior is always in the top 5. So it's not as big as in the United States, but what's happening is they're making like 15 customized scents, where they're like, women don't want to smell like every other scent in the department store. We don't care if the celebrity's endorsing it. They want customization. They want to experience something unique. They want it to be about them. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, so shopping is changing. Vending is becoming a huge business. I'm going to tell you guys a story. I flew to Indianapolis last week, and Indy is a pretty tiny airport, I think, right? And I get off the plane, and I have Jessica Simpson up on a TV screen with this huge vending machine of Proactive skincare, and she's selling me Proactive. I have an iPod vending machine selling me everything from Apple. Right next to that, I have an electronics accessory that wasn't brand loyal through that vending machine. Then I have a machine like a 1-800-Flowers. Buy all these different kind of flowers right out of this vending machine. And what happened is in January, vending machines started taking credit cards. They had the technology to take a credit card, and vending machines, not only, number one, did they change, there's a 30% increase in that business, in vending. So this, it's kind of like we have, at one end, we have this super customization, get back to being intimate, but on the other end of that spectrum, we still have a mass that dominates. Okay, so yeah, vending machines are a $46 billion industry. Do you know that L'Oreal just went to Coke and asked them to create a beauty product that was good from the inside out, a drink that they could put into vending into salons. Interesting? If you guys want to go on the L'Oreal website, the product is called Lume. It's Lumae. And they have actually created it, and they're doing this. So it'll be interesting to see if we see these vendings popping up. And the reason I put Starbucks and Panera here, because obviously Starbucks has the vending machine, and I think there is something personal about the Starbucks machine, because if I were to put that in my salon, it was like, wow, you have your favorite coffee. But the biggest thing is that when it comes to people that create simple sophistication and a really pleasant shopping experience for me, these are the 2 places I always go back to, Starbucks and Panera. And they might not be your favorite places. They might not be a culture that you want your salon to look like. But the really biggest thing that I say is find the culture that you do want to emulate and go look at what they do. And then take whatever aspect of that you can take into your business. This isn't about, you know, some huge project or something that takes a lot of energy. All you have to do is get yourself out of the salon kind of and into your retail mode. You know what I mean? Like, what influences you to open your wallet? What gets you to purchase something? What makes you feel good? And bring that into your business.
Tracy, did you say that Starbucks is going into vending?
Yes, they're already in there.
Oh.
Is that by the cup, baby?
No, this is a can. This isn't a by the cup. It's like a specialized drink in their bottle. It's not a can in Starbucks, you know, where more image management than that. It's like a bottle. The other thing really interesting, fitting rooms are changing. And I got a really big salon story behind this. Because I would have thought a long, long time ago they would have caught this fitting room thing. Because this is what a fitting room is to me. And I just had twins 4.5 months ago, so this is huge. Fitting room is a point of sale. It's the last 3 feet of the marketing plan. It's where I meet the goods and the money's in my pocket and you have to sell me at that moment, right? Now what do fitting rooms normally look like? They're 2 by 2, you got a little sign saying, you are being watched. A 1-panel mirror, some fluorescent light, which we all know ages you and makes you look really bad. You know what I mean? And now I just had twins and I'm walking in, right? And I'm like, forget the whole thing. So anyway, Brooks Brothers initiated this thing about making fitting rooms 6 feet. Putting the 3-way mirror, putting softer lighting in there, putting a couch in there, making you look good at the point of sale. The other thing that they're doing is putting flat screen TVs in the waiting rooms and customizing, like, okay, if you go into the guys section, it's like leather and more of a library kind of feel, and they can sit and watch, I don't know if they could sit and watch sports, but I know they have the TV in there. And then if you go into the girls, it's like more plush and more, you know, decadent and stuff like that. And so again, it's all about the experience. It's about emotionally connecting with that person. In the salon, where I find that we really miss the point of sale, I'm going to talk about point of sale, but there's a lot more that you can take from that fitting room story. But here's the thing. We get all this product on this beautiful display, and we bring it into the salon, and then we don't communicate in our last 3 feet. And that means what kind of sign, what kind of imagery, are you talking directly to the consumer? Why do they need it? And we put all this time and energy, and then the place where the customer, the product, and the money all meet, we miss it. We drop the ball with the last 3 feet. You guys know what I'm talking about? Okay. Window shopping, this is, you know what, I was sent this picture, and this is an actual interactive. He's looking at male trends on a computer screen in New York City that he can fast forward. So technology is playing a huge role in our experience right now. And then with Best Buy and Walmart, this takes knowing your customer a step further. And I love, Sheila's presentation was all about this, and this is about what are you doing as far as knowing your employee. And what Best Buy did is they started a concept called ROWE, R-O-W-E, and it stands for Results Only Work Environment. And what they did with their management team and with their employees was they gave them goals. And they said, we don't care how you meet these. We don't care how many hours you work. We don't care if you work on Monday or Saturday. Here are your goals, you know, and you're going to have all this flexibility. And when they did this, in the first 6 months, productivity was up 35%, and their turnover was down 90%. And basically all they did was they got personal with their employees. So,
Tracy, I read that in Best Class Company.
yeah.
And it was crazy. Like, some of these people were working like 40 hours a week, but they were wasting so much time. And they said, well, you have to work as many hours as you can work in order to make that goal. Not only did their salaries or their budgets for their compensation go down, but their profits skyrocketed.
Yeah. And then Walmart is doing a version of that. Walmart is offering classes on how to balance your checkbook, classes on how to invest your money, classes on how to be more successful in life. This is about partnering. You know, it's kind of about your clients are going to start to define your retail. Your employees define your experience. So it all works hand in hand. And so that's awesome, though, because I know Walmart really went through some turmoil as far as treatment with employees. So they're really trying to turn that around.